Ooh.
These have been pretty good, the foam ones.
Oh, and they're not snapping off anymore?
Oh, the other ones are terrible. Oh my god, dude. We had them here. I spent like $40 on a box, dude, and I got smoked. I'm down with the price gap, but like when they break the second you put it on the face, it's like, come on, dude. It's worthless at that point. Anyway, August 20th, here at the shop, custom shop. Welcome back. Thanks for watching. We have a wonderful 5th gen 4Runner TRD Pro here. As you guys know, we do a shitload for overland builds. So today what we did for this vehicle was a re-gearing of the differentials. So this truck came with 373 gears factory. We upgraded using Nitro Gears to a 488. It's going to allow this customer to pull a lot more weight, increase towing capacity. When he has the steel bumpers and he's loaded up for his expeditions, he's going to be able to pull that weight a lot more efficiently. And it'll also help out the transmission not working as hard to pull that weight as well. This is a TRD Pro, so these trucks come with a little more off-road oriented package. And the cool thing about this truck is they come with factory e-lockers, so it's an electronic rear locker that locks the rear diff. The customer did add a ARB front air locker that was done. Not good, right? Should wait for that.
No, you're good.
All right, cool. I'll just get it in between. And all right. So we use Nitro Gears, especially for the Toyota trucks. We use them for Jeep as well, but Nitro Gear always for Toyota, whether we're doing Land Cruisers, Tacomas, 4Runners. So we're using the Nitro Gear specifically for this truck because they are compatible with the factory e-locker and the front air locker. So this gentleman will have front and rear locking differentials, which is a kick-ass option off-road. Basically, vehicles, four-wheel drive vehicles are usually made with open diffs, so this way you can drive around comfortably. When you off-road, you want those diffs to lock up. This way you put traction down 100% to the ground. So if he's ever driving on some technical course and maybe he has one wheel up in the air or he's on some obstacle, he'll actually be able to put that power down. It's 100% torque to the wheel that's making contact to pull him out of those situations. So lockers are definitely the way to go for your overland machine. We're one of the rare shops in New York City that offers differential service and locker service. So if you want to lock your vehicle, give us a shout. We'd love to do it. Nitro Gear is the way to go. So essentially, this is what we're going to be changing. Well, this is the old gears. These are the 373 gears. So this is your pinion gear, and this is your ring. So these end up going around the carrier, or in this case, the lockers that he has in the vehicle. And the ratio of these gears is a lot better for his adventure truck.
Let's go.
Are we on?
Oh, we are live.
Alright guys, today we're working on a BMW X5, the F15 chassis, so that's a X5 M Sport V8 twin turbo. We're going to be doing some exhaust cutouts made by our guys at QuickTime Performance QTP. So this is a dual exhaust car, so actually I have two sets of these. I'm just going to show you one for demonstration purposes. What's going to happen with this is almost like a Y or a bypass. So we're going to weld this into the exhaust, right? So this end and this end is going to be placed inside the factory exhaust, welded in. And then you're going to have an exhaust valve that's going to sit right here. And the thing with this exhaust valve is you can control it with a switch. Toggle it on or toggle it off. And what it's going to do is it's going to open this butterfly flap. Now when this butterfly flap opens, the exhaust is going to be rerouted outside of here. We're going to be positioning these right after the cat, basically before the rest of the exhaust. So you're going to get a nice aggressive sound. But when he hits the switch, it'll close up. The exhaust will go back through its original route, through the original exhaust pipes, and become just completely OEM. So if you want to be loud when you want, this is the spot to do it, or this is the part to do it with. And if you want to be quiet, it's great. It's the best of both worlds, QTP. All right, everyone, I call the gifts. Right.
So, that's the pipe, right?
This is the pipe.
Okay.
So we're thinking, here?
Right there. Okay.
What do you think? We have some room here.
That pipe is so small.
Come on, then. What do you mean? Oh.
So small.
Well, how's the pipe the guy?
Yeah, that's
Unless
so
you give
small. That's a f***ing headache.
me then, dude. There we go. Alright, so we're here under this X5. We got technical difficulties. Usually the case with custom work, right? So I know I just showed you guys this setup, this Y-pipe setup. We're not going to really use this. I'm actually going to use this. This is going to sit a little better in the area that I'm trying to do this. I'll show you why. The diameter of this is way too small. So don't believe everything on the forums. Those people don't know what the hell they're talking about. Here we go. We're actually trying to position this setup right here, but as you can see, the diameter of this piping is about 3 inches. This is a weenie 2.5.
Hold it up.
So I'd have to put this here, and that is not right to bottleneck this customer's exhaust, make it look like shit. Build up weld here to make it happen. It's not an option. We're not doing that. We don't do work like that here at the custom shop. So we have plan B. These are low profile QTP cutouts. So it's a little different setup here. What we're gonna do with this is actually right here, as you can see, my man Brandon etched it out for us. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually cut a notch into the pipe and then set this straight up here. Now, it's not gonna be that long. We're gonna trim this down. So this flange is eventually just gonna sit right here in the exhaust. Then from there, when we get the valve, we're going to be using a different shaped valve because it's going to sit with this flange. As you can see, this is low profile, so it's rectangular. So once I mate these like this, I'm going to have this here, and obviously remember, this is going to be shorter, so this is going to be situated up like this. Good ground clearance, and we're going to be able to get that butterfly open for him. So I think this is a better plan of attack, so we'll see how it goes.
All we gotta do is notch out that tip, curve that over there.
Look at that shit.
See that shit, Brian?
Yo, fucking trim that shit up, man. What are you doing?
That's a little notch right here. Alright? Alright. See that? We're gonna make that fit. And that's what we're gonna have. Come, tack weld it out all the way around.
Nice.
We should be alright. You know what I mean? Tack weld it out. You got the hole. If you look in here, you see the, you'll get what you would have with the white pipe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's exactly what it would be.
So what's going on with this 4Runner? I know we spoke a little before about putting the gears in and everything. We did everything, great. Started the car, we got a Christmas tree full of lights. That definitely should not happen. We're thinking that all these lights are kind of related into one problem. So again, we don't think it's anything physical as far as like the install of the gears, but there had to be something with a sensor or something that kind of just like threw the stuff off. So we checked over everything the third, fourth time, fifth time. Now we come back and we look at the rear diff and we find there's an actuator there which sets the electronic locker. And when you take the stuff apart and put it back together, you must make sure that the slide or like a pin is in a certain position. So maybe we didn't push that pin all the way as far as it could possibly go. So we removed it, pushed it over, put it back in. We did notice there was some movement, like I could get it farther over. So hopefully having that engaged now allows the system to work correctly. And you know, push upon a star, these lights go away, but we're gonna find out. So if anybody's gonna figure it out, it's Suresh. He's awesome. So. Go ahead and see, boss. Boss. If it's on, we still have to drive it. Boss. Boss.
Thank you.
What was that, boss? Wow, that was fucking scary, dude. So, the rear differential has an actuator that locks the e-locker. When you remove it, physically like we did, you have to make sure that the slide or the dowel in there is in a certain position before you reinstall it. Because when you reinstall it, not even the button is going to move it into the right position. So all of this has been because that was not in the right position. So triple check your stuff, your shit, right? Triple check your work. But we got literally all the lights off on the dashboard except one light. But that light was triggered before when we were scanning the hell out of this car trying to get it. So hopefully we could just kind of reverse what we did, clear that, and we're gonna be rocking. Got it.
Papi.
All the lights off.
Papi.
Wow.
Papi.
And day turned from an L to a W.
You know what I'm saying?
Holy shit.
Oh, let me get
Nice
that.
move,
Hold that
dude.
up.
Look at that. Hold that up. Yo, but you gotta put a hole here, and I know the else ain't gonna come out, you know?
Nice.
But look how beautifully the cuts are on here. So before when we were looking at this, Remember how I was showing you this was longer? So went on, cut it down, made a C and it a notch, and it's gonna sit just like this after they blow a hole in the side here.
You know how?
And make it happen.
Alright, that's it.
Absolutely beautiful.
Alright, puppy?
Very nice. What the hell's going on over here?
No, this is...
Okay, that's beta.
This is doodoo.
That's beta,
Yeah.
not alpha. 2.0. Alright guys, we're here in the 5th gen 4Runner. I didn't see much hope at the end of the tunnel, but our man Trini figured it out, and we are ready to roll. So what we're doing right now is a break-in period for the ReGear. So whenever you put fresh gears, every brand or vendor, whoever makes their gears, they always have a break-in period. A lot of these companies have a very similar break-in period. So for Nitro Gears, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be driving 15 to 25 minutes consistently, and what we're trying to do is heat up those gears. When we heat up those gears, what we're doing is kind of curing them, and certain chemicals are going to come off the machining, and the oil, the gear oil inside, is fresh as well. So what happens is whatever machining or particles might get caught up in the system, you're kind of letting that happen, and then 500 miles later you're going to flush and then refill with fresh oil. So right now the break-in period consists of me driving 25 minutes, getting the gears hot, letting them cool down. Then the customer is going to take it from here, drive about 500-600 miles, under about, I would say, 4,000 RPM, nothing too much higher than maybe 65 miles an hour. So I think he's doing a road trip, so that should be a great time to do this. And after that 500 mile point, he's going to come back, flush the fluid out, check everything, make sure everything's set well, give him some new fluid, and he's ready to rock. So yeah, it's a very tentative time, that first 500 miles, but good news is we don't feel any vibration, we don't hear any humming, any funky noises from the drivetrain, so I'm pretty confident on this install, and I'm excited for the customer to take this out and overland it. It's a pretty cool setup. Again, just reviewing, he does have factory e-locker, and he has a front air locker, so he's locked front and rear, so this can definitely do some damage off-road. But right away, you can notice that there's a lot more punch. So like, I'm not driving fast, but even like the low torque and that like low throttle pressure, it really brings the weight forward. It brings the truck forward when before it struggled a little bit to do so. I also noticed off a light, like when we were stopped at the red light or the stop sign, lunging off a stop position, the truck is way more efficient in doing that. Pulls its weight a lot better. It kind of just feels like this is how it should have came from the factory. If there's a way to compare it, I would say you kind of get your old performance back that you lost by adding all this weight, larger wheels and tires and all that good stuff. So regearing and drivetrain service, lockers, an integral part to any overland build. And yeah, man, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, go ahead, she's close.
Enjoyed our day here at the custom shop. We had a lot of wild things going on today. We had some trouble with the gearing in the 4Runner, which we figured out for the most part. Super happy about that. We had a little mishap with the sizing on the exhaust parts for the X5. My man Anon came through with that. We knocked it out today. It wasn't too bad. We expected to do a couple more cars, but we did the cars that we had here and we knocked them out. So, you know, better late than never, I guess, right? But anyway, if you enjoyed today's episode, we really appreciate you guys watching. If you want to hit that subscribe button, sorry, not you distracting me. All right, now go ahead, get this. All right, guys, we really appreciate you watching another episode here at the Daily Grind of the Custom Shop NYC. If you like what you see and you made it this far, please hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications so you guys know when a video drops. Make sure to like it. We're a small business. We're starting out. On YouTube, we have a little over 1,000 subscribers. We're really happy about that, but we want to keep climbing the ladder, so your likes, your comments, all that helps us get up there. So please drop a comment below. If you have any questions or you have any comments, Drop it down at the bottom. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.